In news for your safety now, students in Spokane schools were met by an increased police presence this morning in the wake of social media threats made at Lewis and Clark High School. Now, the student believed to be responsible identified after 2 days of investigation. KXY4's Caroline Rourke working for you with what Spokane's police chief had to say about those threats. Caroline?
Nadine, Chief Meidl told us that police were eventually able to determine that the student believed to be responsible for those threats was not actually capable of carrying them out, but says they still investigate every threat seriously because they know parents and students take them seriously too.
Every law enforcement agency has to take every single threat very seriously. The one threat that any law enforcement agency or any community member dismisses could be that one threat that could have stopped a potential mass shooting again.
That's the attitude Spokane police took with threats made against Lewis and Clark High School earlier this week. Students and parents in a state of uncertainty for 2 days until police identified the student they believed to be responsible.
Detectives were able to obtain a confession from the juvenile as to his involvement in the threats. He did not mean to follow through with the threats. A further investigation revealed that the juvenile did not have the capacity to follow through on the threats.
The boy was not arrested and has not been formally charged with a crime. That decision rests with the prosecutor's office. Chief Meidl says the student was transported to a local hospital.
Spokane Police Department detectives worked with the family to get the juvenile the help that he needed.
Tension levels at Lewis and Clark High School beginning to return to normal as the school year wraps up. But Spokane police officers were on hand at schools throughout Spokane this morning to reassure all students and parents.
This is another indication of what we are seeing nationwide of juveniles using social behavior to engage in impulsive and overly destructive behavior that is creating a ripple effect for the entire community.
Again, the Spokane Police Department will forward the information it has in this case along to the Spokane County Prosecutor's Office, which will then be tasked with deciding whether or not formal charges will be brought. We will keep you updated. In Spokane tonight, Caroline Rourke, KXLY4 News.
Thank you, Caroline.